So what questions are useful with this model now and talking about the vehicle? Well, sensing, right? What are the limitations of the sensors and how are those limitations mitigated? The world model, how is that built and validated? When it comes to behavior generation or what happens when the vehicle is operating outside of its capabilities? What does it do? How does it detect when that happens and what does it do? And also vehicle handover. When and how does that happen between the driver interface or the driver and the autonomous part of the vehicle? Now, good answers here are we validate the world model against live and simulated sensor data, including sensor failure modes. Vehicle behavior is generated from hierarchical levels with defined interfaces. That way, we can do traceback when things go wrong. And driver engagement uses those same interfaces, so we know when and how the driver can intervene or how to ask the driver to intervene. And when it comes to safety, we could have a separate watchdog safety system written with separate code, separate system that basically evaluates how the on-vehicle system is operating and can actually do a safe shutdown if necessary. Now, bad answers would be things like, well, when it comes to sensing, humans use vision, so we use vision. That's clearly not an answer. That's like saying, well, airplanes should flap their wings like birds because that's how birds fly. There's engineering, there's judgment, there's ways to tell why things have to happen and how they happen when you're designing a system. Another example would be just saying, well, literal next to the black box, we can't figure out how it does what it does. We just look at the outputs. You could say there's no control between the driver and the neural net controlling the vehicle. They can switch off at any time, or one can ask the other to switch off, and there's no structure to it. And then the other thing around these so-called edge cases, we say, well, when is the vehicle operating outside of its zone? You say, well, anything outside of its zone is an edge case. If we haven't trained on it, it doesn't happen often. So that's it for this circle. And we've actually been through all three circles of hell for autonomous vehicles. So now we're going to do summary and conclusions in the next episode.